I'm super mad, dude. Like, I'm trying really hard not to curse, so the algorithm doesn't get mad that we use F-bombs. Like, I really don't want to do this. And by the way, stop texting me during Eagles games
Me,
because,
you're talking about? You're
yes,
not talking.
you.
Lights fade out on the city skyline. Two towns drowning in their headlines. Stats can't save us, hopes run dry. We're all just fans asking why. Misery loves company, and we've got plenty to share. New York's crying, Philly's screaming, and no one left to care. Fanatics and analytics, where hope comes to rot.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 72. We are very upset. Philadelphia sports, New York sports, it's bad. We're all down, but we'll all be down together, right?
That's right. The chances are, if you are a sports fan who lives in New Jersey, you are unhappy right now. So
It's been a 48-hour period of just awful. I mean, just awful. The Yankees are down 2-0 in the ALDS. The Yankees have gone blown out in 2 games. They're on the brink of elimination. They'd have to win 3 straight games against a team that's just dominated them in the first 2. It's going to be difficult, very unlikely. The Eagles, the one saving grace you would think out of these 2 cities, actually lost a game at a time that seems like could have been worse for you. It would have been, out of all the games that they lost, this was not the day to lose. They did this to you. And the Phillies down 1-0 in a matchup where they had their number 1 starter going against the Dodgers number 4 starter. Pretty important game to win. Had a 3-0 lead early and lost 5-3. And then, well, the Jets seem to somehow make what you think a terrible season or a terrible team. They just seem to make it worse every week. I'm at the point where I really want to. I don't know if I will, but I want to stop watching them for the season. They're 0-5. The Giants surprised everyone last week with a nice upset win. Everyone's excited. Jackson Dart, Giants fans, I'm sure you saw it, and you were hating on, all the Giants fans are overreacting to Jackson Dart, thinking that they're going to win the Super Bowl now, and the Giants lose to the Saints. So they're 1-4. They suck, which I guess for you is that's the only thing that's positive about this last 48 hours or so.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's positive. The Yankees are positive.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you. But I thought you kind of liked the Yankees doing well because then you get to mock the fans for being so down on them.
No. I need some. I need other fans to also be down right now. So
that makes you feel better. It makes you feel better that New York also sucks with you.
It's a little bit, yeah. There's some solace in that, yeah.
Okay, I don't have any solace in Philadelphia, the Phillies losing or the Eagles losing today. There's nothing for me.
Okay, and that's fine. Yeah, just I mean, off the top, whatever order you want to get into this, but like, I'm super down, I'm super angry, I'm super sad. I haven't felt this way in a long time regarding sports, which is kind of good and bad, right? I mean, it's great that the Eagles were the best team ever for a whole calendar year, so that's awesome. But yeah, this, like you said, they picked a really bad day to lose their first game because the Phillies game was just a total gut punch last night. And it's been a really crappy 24 hours, and I don't really want to do this, and I don't really want to talk about or watch sports, but I suppose I have to.
Is this the first time that we did a recording that you felt like you actually don't want to do this?
It's the first time in a while, yeah. It's the first time in a while, probably, yeah, because we didn't record when the Eagles lost their game in December last year, just because it was like the holidays and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure I didn't want to do like any, like the Phillies lost to the Mets last year in the playoffs. That sucked. So yeah, it's been probably like a year that I just really just want to turn the TV off. I don't care about Tigers, Mariners. Like, don't care. don't care about the Bills and the Patriots. Like, just don't, like, really just want nothing to do with
Like you want to get
right
away
now.
from sports. Yeah. You want.
Yes,
That's how you react.
100%.
So if you weren't doing this with me, what would you be doing? Would you watching like a movie or a show?
Oh yeah, I'd be watching a movie or watching a show or something. Or I'd probably just be like commiserating and like Eagles post game live and stuff like that, scrolling through Twitter because misery loves company, and I want to see how stupid Eagles fans are being right now, and they're all dumb, and like Phillies fans too. Like we can get through it. I will give everyone the real scoop of what's going on with the Phillies and the Eagles. You're not going to get some positive spin from me. Like you're going to get the actual truth and what's happening and what's going to happen. So that'll be probably a little bit later in the episode here.
Or maybe
I'm super mad, dude. Like I'm trying really hard not to curse, so the algorithm doesn't get mad that we use F-bombs. Like I really don't want to do this. And by the way, stop texting me during Eagles games. Because
me, you're talking about?
Yes,
you're not talking
you. Yes, Andrew.
Me.
Like, yes. Because
let's talk about this first.
Second time you've done it.
Let's talk about this first. It's not the second time I've texted you during an Eagles game.
It's the second time. No, well, it's the second time that you've been like, well, this game, like you anoint the game as over when it's not over yet. Like, listen, it's one thing if they're in a tight game and you say, like, oh damn, like that was a crappy call. Like they got like, okay, if you're talking about what's going on in the game with me, fine. Like I'm okay with that. But when you just like declare that these games are over,
you misunderstood my text.
And I told you that they're not. And
you misunderstood my text.
You love doing it. You did it with the Falcons game last year, and I told you it's not over yet. And lo and behold, the worst receiver on the field gets a touchdown, and it was a carbon copy of that today. So anyway, I don't really mean that. I'm just super mad right now. You can text me during the game.
You can blame me.
Don't. No, I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying it makes.
You should blame me. You should blame me. How else? Well, the Eagles were up by 2 possessions. I texted you. What did I text you? I said it's so fun being an Eagles fan. I'm so happy I gave up the Jets for them. Which, by the way, you completely misunderstood the text. That was clearly, obviously, a joke. It was me saying how bad the Jets are. That's all that was.
I know, but you were also insinuating, like, oh, here they go. The Eagles are on for another win again. Like, you were.
No, I wasn't. I was just joking about how bad the Jets are. Okay, that's really what that was.
Okay.
You had that negativity. You had this negativity from the Phillies game that carried into your Eagles fan watching perspective.
Yeah.
If the Phillies won their game, you probably would be like, "Oh, we're not going to." I'm confident. I feel good about this game. We're not going to lose. But you had you're in this whole doom and gloom mindset where, everything's going to go wrong now.
Yeah, that definitely added to it. But I've seen that game just had that feel to it, and yeah, I mean it was a coin flip. It wasn't like, oh, they're definitely not going to blow this. But yeah, you could kind of feel it slipping away as the fourth quarter went on, and then it happened. And then let's not talk about this right now. We'll save it. So Yankees. Go ahead.
You want to talk the Yankees first? All right. So
sure.
The Yankees. We haven't really talked about We actually haven't potted together in 2 weeks.
Yeah, or really talked because I was super busy last week and we didn't really talk on the phone much. So
the Yankees had that fun series against the Reds. Actually, they lost game 1 and then won the next 2.
Mm-hmm.
And they go into this ALDS against the Jays. And look, they had a bad pitching matchup the first game. They had their number 4 starter, Luis Gil, going against the Jays' number 1 starter, Kevin Gausman. I kind of expected that. I was like, if the Yankees win that game, that's a huge steal for the series. I expected the Jays to win game 1, but the Yankees needed to come back and win game 2. Look, there's a lot of fans that get extra mad and extra upset when the team gets blown out, and then it makes them feel worse about the chances of winning the series. So after game 1, a lot of fans are just so upset they lost 10-1. So they think, if it makes them feel like the series is more out of reach. I don't look at it that way. I look at it as they're 1-0. Down 1-0, doesn't really matter if they lost 3-2, they lost 10-1. I still feel that way about being down 2-0, but they've been demolished. They lost 10-1 in game 1. They lost 13-7 in game 2. Don't let that fool you. The Jays were pitching guys that shouldn't be on a playoff roster other than just to eat innings. The Yankees scored 5 runs against nobodies. It was not the Yankees again, the offense doing nothing, and down 2-0. I mean, I don't know. It's not over, but how could, as a Yankee fan, you feel confident or optimistic or happy or feel like they're gonna come back in the series? Because it's, other than being down 2-0 and the odds of that, of winning 3 in a row, it's the offense hasn't done anything through 5 games now in the playoffs. A lot of their runs have been on like misplays by the Red Sox or against this, innings eater garbage game, relief pitcher. So, and the text I'm getting messages from Yankee fans, they're so angry. And I don't know if you had a chance to go on X or Twitter. At some point you will in the next couple of days, probably tomorrow, and you'll get some joy in seeing Yankee fans losing their minds.
Okay.
And I'm not on, it's not me. I don't get upset and get angry and want to blame people and react and say fire Boone, fire Cashman, trade this guy. That's not what I do, but that's what Yankee fans are doing, because that's the reaction. That's the emotional reaction. And I do understand being upset. I don't believe the Yankees are going to come back in the series. I don't feel. I was actually going to go to Game 3, but I have this rule where I will not go to an elimination game anymore.
Really? Why?
I've been to elimination games where the team I root for gets eliminated. You pay a lot of money to go to these playoff games, the ticket, transfer, get the commute, the parking, either, whatever, concessions, either, even if you're eating before the game, you're spending a lot of money, and being in that atmosphere where the team gets eliminated. Have you ever been to a game where one of your teams was eliminated?
Come to think of it, I actually don't think so. Actually, I was at a game where my team was eliminated. Do you want to hear what game it was? It was
a Sixers game.
It was a Sixers game. It was 2009, round 1 against the Orlando Magic.
Dwight Howard?
Remember remember they won. The Magic won the East that year. And they played the Sixers in the first round. And I was at Game 6 in Philadelphia when they got eliminated.
Horrible experience, right?
Yeah, it was awful. And I was 19 at the time, so I thought that they had a chance. And they got steamrolled. It was over by, halfway through the third quarter, they were down.
Horrible experience. I've been to 2 Rangers elimination games, one where they lost in overtime. I think it was double overtime. I just had this vision in my mind of Lundqvist sprawled out on the ice as the Devils were celebrating. I've been to a Yankee elimination game. I just refuse to go. I don't want to spend the money, be really exhausted to be there, to be in that setting where everyone's just angry and upset, and you just spend all this money to if I go to a regular season game and the team loses, I could still have a good time. I could still have a good time going to the game. If I go to a playoff game, an elimination game, and their season's over, I didn't have a good time if they lost. No way. So I don't want to spend so much money to lose. So I just refuse to go.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty fair rule. I'll have to add that to the rule book.
Yeah, that should be toward the top. Don't do that to yourself.
Yeah. Never.
Potential series clincher for your team. That's the game you want to go to.
But what about for a football game? Because it's both. Not that you know what a playoff football game is like for the Jets.
Yeah,
but...
you got to ask me in 2060 when the Jets make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I've never been to a Jets playoff game. I haven't had many opportunities.
I was going to say, there's been probably 3 in your lifetime. So
no, not even, because the 2 runs they made
were on the road.
Yeah, they were on the road. They haven't had a home playoff game since I think 1999.
No
or maybe
way.
Vinny Testaverde. Yeah,
wow.
I could be mistaken. Maybe I'm missing one, but I think so.
Oof, that's tough. That's really tough.
I was 8 years old. So, yeah, there actually has not been an opportunity for me to go to a Jets playoff game. That makes that, come on, that's more sad than what you're going through right now.
It is, but we'll get to. I've got a lot of feelings on what's happening in Philadelphia right now, so we'll get to that at the end. But
I don't want to get too far into the Yankees. Let me just say a couple things though. The offense has been terrible. They've gone against two pitchers that are throwing heavy splitters, and they're chasing everything. And I get it with Yasavage today, where they've never seen him. He has this really funky like arm slot where his release point's really high, like the highest release point in baseball. So first time seeing him, you're going to struggle. You don't really know how to you're not able to identify fastball or splitter out of the hand. And when a guy's throwing 96, 97, you really need to be able to identify it right away. So I get that struggling against him, but they're pressing. They're swinging at pitches outside the zone, and they don't really have many guys going right now. Volpe's been good, which is really funny. He's probably been like their best overall player, offense and defense combined.
Always knew he'd turn around.
It's very funny. And McMahon's been pretty good. And Judge's overall numbers are actually outstanding. Like his OBP, his OPS, his average, all that. But he's in like his one huge opportunity, bases loaded, no one out in game one.
I saw that. Yeah.
He K'd. And then he had a couple.
On a bad pitch too, right?
Yeah, it wasn't even like a splitter that looked like it was going to be in the zone and then dropped out. It looked like a ball right away.
On a full count.
In a situation where he swings at that pitch like once all year.
Wow.
He does not chase. But overall, he's been good. He just has not come through in that. Didn't come through in that situation. There's been a couple other situations, pretty big spots against the Red Sox where he didn't come through either. So he's not. He hasn't come through in a couple, like 2 or 3 big spots. But overall, he's been great. But everyone around him, Stanton's doing nothing. I was joking around with my dad earlier when I was watching. We were watching the game together, and I said, the problem is Stanton was too good this season. The whole playoff Stanton only happens when he's bad or injured all season. He was too good this season with like a 970 OPS. So now he doesn't have it for the playoffs. But yeah, everyone around him. I mean, Belly did some damage against his reliever or whatever. I mean, the offense has done nothing. And Max Fried, this happens. Great pitchers, aces have really bad outings. For Max Fried, he's had a few of them in the playoffs now. But this happens. If they somehow force a game 5, I'm confident Fried will bounce back and have a really good game in that game 5. I'm not confident there will be a game 5. So, yeah, that's it. I think that me and Greg will probably be doing a Let's Mourn the Yankees episode very soon.
Wow. Well, sorry to hear it, man. We'll see. We'll see what they could do in game 3.
You want to talk? Should we go over to Philadelphia? Or you want to stay in the other New York thing real quickly? Should we let's just stay in New York real quickly and then just kind of jump through there. We'll get it through.
You mean the football teams? Yeah,
because this is quick. The Giants fooled their fans. Their fans are very gullible, thinking that they after one win that they're actually a good team and Jackson Dart's turning this franchise around. It could happen, but they lost to the Saints. Giants suck. Everybody, the Giants are bad this year. Don't fool yourself. They're looking like a 3 or 4 win team. They're 1-4. At least they have a win. The Jets are 0-5. The season's over. I don't want to watch them. I want to watch Red Zone instead. I hate watching the Jets. They do this. This is the reason I texted you is because I really do wish I was a fan of a different team. But it doesn't. You just
it doesn't work like that. Yeah,
and because it's nothing about being a sports fan is based on logic or rational thought.
Sure.
Because it doesn't rationally make sense to care about some random people playing a game, but we do, and you can't. And because of that emotional attachment, you can't just switch teams. So the Jets, what's really frustrating about the Jets this year is that they're actually moving the ball consistently, like on the vast majority of their possessions and drives, they're moving the ball. They move the ball. They get a couple running plays, a couple first downs, 3, 4, 5 first downs, looking good. They either set up for a field goal, they fumble. They have, I think, 10 fumbles this year. I mean, there's teams that don't fumble 10 times in a season.
Yeah,
that's a lot of fumbles. They commit some stupid penalty. And on defense, They give up a lot of yards. They get some stops. They finally get a big stop, and personal foul, roughing the passer. Defensive holding. 3rd and 30, defensive pass interference. Like, it just like the most ridiculous things. They find a way to screw up situations where they're actually looking good. And to me, that's even more frustrating than just being terrible, not being able to just being completely inept. Because they actually should, if they weren't turning the ball over and committing stupid penalties, they would have two wins right now, maybe even 3 wins. They actually are moving the ball on offense. They actually have good schemes, run blocking schemes. Brees Hall got hurt today on a play he fumbled, of course. So yeah, the Jets, season's over. 0-5. This is really as bad as it has been. And even though the expectations were low, it's still so horrible. It sucks watching this team. That's like the biggest takeaway for me, is that I don't want to watch them. I hate watching them. And if you're a Jets fan, I don't know. You could be angry. I'm sure a lot of people are. I'm sure, our friend Jake Asman is probably very angry on his post game recap. It just sucks. I don't have that emotion of anger or getting mad or blaming, wanting people fired. I just want to stop watching. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, you're despondent.
Yeah.
And you're lethargic, which is probably how I would feel.
And then you have, and then so that's it. I mean, you got the Yankees, you got the Jets, you got the Giants. So that's how New York sports is feeling right now. The football teams are combined, 1-9? And the Yankees are down 2-0 in the ALDS.
Yankees are down 2-0. Mets fans are probably happy because they hate the Yankees and they hate the Phillies. So good for you.
Again, the misery loves company thing. They might be happy, but they didn't even make the playoffs. So they're even worse than the Yankees situation.
Yeah, there's probably something very nice about that, though. Anyway.
You mentioned this about that's how you felt about the Sixers last year. All right, let's hear it. Let's hear the Philadelphia perspective. Let's hear the Sistad doom and gloom, ready to quit sports fandom, ready to quit the podcast.
I mean, where to start? An all-time bad 24 hours for Philadelphia sports. I am angry and I'm upset and I don't want to watch sports. Just bad. Both teams did everything very poorly. And by both teams, I mean the Phillies and the Eagles. I thought the coaching staffs for both teams were awful. And you know me, I am by no means, I guess let's start with the Phillies, just we'll go in chronological order here. I'm not Mr. blame the manager guy. I thought Thompson did a horrendous job managing that baseball game yesterday. I think the only 3 people on the Phillies who didn't do terrible were Harrison Bader, I guess Orion Kerkering, and Duran. Sanchez was good. I don't think he was good enough. He wasn't as sharp as I would have liked it. Even before the 6th inning, just wasn't as sharp. A couple of those innings, he made too many pitches. He was getting into too many full counts, getting outs, but just not as sharp or as dominant as you would have liked to see. David Robertson needs to be off the baseball team. He just does. I don't know why. I don't know why he's the first guy out of the bullpen in a 1-run game in the playoffs against the Dodgers. Riddle me that, my man. Dude, riddle me that. What is he doing? You just had a bye week. You have a fully rested bullpen. You have off tomorrow. You have a lead against a team that is better than you. And just throw Robertson out there. He'll be fine. And then he throws Robertson out and he gets the out, and then he brings him back out for the 7th. And it's what are you doing?
That's the questionable thing.
Robertson has not been good. This is Robertson's 3rd stint with the Phillies. He's been bad all 3 times. His first stint was in 2019. He was bad. Okay, whatever. Some pitchers have bad years. But at least he was 34 in 2019. He is now 40. He is not good anymore. He hasn't been good for this team ever. And there was no reason to bring him back out. None. And I thought it was a horrible decision. And like the Strom thing, I'm not a very big Strom guy. I know people are going to say, oh, he's good for the Phillies all year. And sure he is, but I just don't like him in the playoffs in a spot like that, going up against such a tough lineup to get through. And like, they were just awful. And like, yeah, the lineup was really bad too. Turner, Schwarber, Harper, like nothing. One for 12. And, it was a single by Harper in the 8th inning. That was the one hit that they got. And the other two were just awful. I mean, Turner and Schwarber looked lost at the plate. And just like, it was a disaster. Like it was mismanaged. It was poorly played. Again, Bader was like the one good player on offense. He then gets hurt, so he's probably not going to be available for the rest of the series. And now it's going to be Castellanos out in right field, and it's like, yeah, it's awful. And like they're gonna get wrecked. Like they are outclassed, they're outmatched, and like you had to win that game one, dude. Like you just had to.
It was a big game. I agree.
You have a 3-run lead, you blow the lead. And it's like, it's just like, here we go again. Like, what year am I in right now? Because this is the same thing that I watched last year. It's the same thing that I watched in 2023. It's the same thing that happened in the World Series in 2022. And it's just like, they get a lead. They have like one good inning where they string together a couple runs. They get a lead. And then they just slowly let the other team chip away and chip away and chip away, and then they just all forget how to hit for the other 8 innings. And that's exactly what happened last night. And I have no belief or no reason to think that they're going to not do that for the rest of the series. So like, I have a feeling. I'm not just saying. I would have said this even had they won Game 1. For some reason, I just have a feeling that Luzardo is going to get rocked tomorrow night. I don't know why.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I think that they're gonna like lose the series in probably 3 or 4 games, and like, yeah, like that's it. Like this team's run is going to be over and it's going to be done with, and like they'll probably be pretty good next year, but like, this is their ceiling. Their ceiling is we make it to the playoffs and then we all forget how to hit, and around and around we go. We're just going to do this entire thing, and it's so painfully similar to the feeling of the 76ers, where it's just like, okay, cool. Like you have good regular seasons, and then you fall on your face in the playoffs, and it's annoying, and like, to your point, like, I also don't want to watch this anymore. Like, I just don't. Like, what you were saying about the Jets, I don't want to watch. Like, I'm going to, but I don't want to. I don't want to watch Luzardo get shelled tomorrow, and I don't want to watch everybody swing at balls. And, like, I just don't want to watch it anymore.
So you're already at the point where you're not excited for a playoff game?
No. Oh, God, no. I'm... the playoff game tomorrow is going to be a chore. And
because I was excited going into the Yankees game 2 down 1-0. I'm not necessarily excited going into game 3, but down 1-0.
I guess it's different. Like, and this is why it's such a bad stretch of 24 hours here. Like, both of them had the lead, and then like both losses were crushing. Like both were super heartbreaking losses. So like, I would rather they just go and like get their ass kicked. And it's like, all right, well, that was one super crappy game. Like, let's see what happens tomorrow. But like now, again, like that, you had the Sanchez start, you had the lead, you got to win that game. Maybe Luzardo will go out and pitch well tomorrow. I don't expect him to. And this is obviously super like not statistical or analytical, but like this is how I felt about, for some reason, like when Strom came in, I was just like, he's gonna get hit, like he just is.
No, I understand that.
I have the same feeling about Luzardo.
You have those,
and I like Luzardo. I think he's been really good this year. They're just so much a better team than Philadelphia is. The Dodgers, like, credit to them. That's like the one kind of saving grace, is that like, the Eagles will get to that, they're pathetic. but like at least like the Dodgers are better. Like they just are. I mean, the depth of their lineup is nuts. And I know people were hurt, and some guys didn't have good years. Like Teoscar Hernandez just is the best playoff baseball player ever, and so is Kike Hernandez, and they're super annoying.
Kike Hernandez is crazy in the playoffs. I can't imagine.
It's just so
hard to understand.
And you know what? Enough, Ohtani. Okay, I am sick of Ohtani, dude. My God, I gotta watch the game on mute for the rest of the series.
Oh, because they don't stop talking about Ohtani.
They don't shut up, dude. And like, you know what? Just he's like so polite looking, you know? It's so annoying. He just looks like, he's so proper and polite. Like, just go away, dude. We get it. You're good. And like to the broadcasters,
special what he's doing,
like,
but I understand why it annoys you.
Like, okay, we know he pitches and hits, guys. Like he's been in the MLB for 8 years, so like you can stop. Just stop. We all know. And it's annoying. And he's really good. And we all can't stand him. And like enough Ohtani. Enough of everybody saying how bad the Dodgers bullpen. I don't know. Well, so much for that myth, that lie.
Well,
it's almost as if they're like one of the greatest teams of all time, and they had a bunch of injuries this season, and like now they're all back healthy and playing well. Like what an insane concept! Like
the bullpen is the bullpen thing is that
amazing.
The bullpen has been bad. They took their 7 aces and put 2 of them in the bullpen. You know, Sasaki is horrible this year, but they took 2
enough of him
starters
too.
with
my God. He's from Japan too. It's like we don't care. Like we don't care. All right, he's a starting pitcher. He came in to close the game. He's the best. He throws 101, and like, does he need to throw strikes? No, because he's playing the Phillies, so he could throw like sliders 6 inches off the plate, and like he'll still get as many outs and strikeouts.
Yeah.
It's so bad. And the Bader thing, I know you don't think he's that good, but he was great for this team. He made that catch yesterday in center field. That was awesome. He had the sac fly. He was one of their better players over the last month and a half here. And yeah, he's going to be gone now. And now they're going to have a horrendous defensive outfield. They're going to bring in Castellanos to start, who's awful defensively, and he sucks at the plate. So like, yeah, I think it's really bad. I think it's going like as poorly as it's going to go. And like, do me a favor, like, I don't even want to say it, dude. Like, I don't even want to say it.
Say it.
Do me a favor, Los Angeles Dodgers. Like, just make it painless. Just make it quick. Just go up 7-0 tomorrow and leave me alone. Let me go to bed. Like, but that's not going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. It's going to be a nail biter. The Dodgers are going to score like the 8th or 9th inning, and then the Phillies will win Game 3, and then the same thing will happen in Game 4. It'll be like a freaking, the Phillies will have the lead till like the 8th inning, and the Dodgers will walk them off in the bottom of the 9th, and it'll be just enough to like make you believe and give you hope, and then just. And you're gonna have to stay up late, and stay up till 11:30, and it's gonna be awful and annoying, and you're gonna be really tired the next day, and just end them. Come on, no one wants to stay up late. We all know you're gonna win, and I'm so sick. Hold on,
yeah.
I'm so sick of the way that the net I get it, they kind of have to talk about it this way, but like the Phillies get all this like praise from the national media. It's like, what are you talking about?
They were the World Series favorites. They were the betting favorites.
Yeah, I don't know why. Because they can't hit. I'm just so sick of watching them. Yeah, they have Wheeler. I thought it was strange that they were the betting favorite. Obviously, I'm exaggerating a lot of stuff that I'm saying, but the main point is that it's the same team, it has the same approach, and it's the same result. Like, same result. And by the way, they are 2-8 in their last 10 playoff games. and that includes 1-4 in their last 5 home playoff games. So, 2022 they rocked everybody at home. They were so good at home, and since then they suck. So I don't know what has to change, but like this is what happens when you're I don't know. But it's the Dodgers. So like there's really no shame in losing to them because they're great. But like this is what happens when your two big deadline acquisitions are Bader and a closer. And yeah, we all love Duran. He's great, but like you got to do more. You didn't do more, and this is the result. So whatever.
I'm not. You probably expected me to like combat some of the stuff you said. I'm not going to.
No, you're gonna say, well, it's not over, and they could win.
No, I'm
It's
not.
like,
No, I'm not. I'm not. Oh, obviously they could win. They're down 1-0, but that's not what I was going to say. I agree with you. I think they needed, in order for them to win the series, they needed to win Game 1. I think this Luzardo, they're going against Blake Snell tomorrow. Like, Blake Snell's, he might be their best pitcher. I don't know. The Dodgers have so many good aces. It's hard to know. Glass now would be probably starting Game 1 for the Phillies. Or Game 2 at least. And he's in their bullpen.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks.
The Dodgers are really good.
It really sucks, dude.
Apparently Will Smith's healthy. I mean, I don't know. He wasn't healthy enough to start.
Everyone's super healthy, dude. Everyone's super healthy. It's great.
Well, he wasn't healthy enough to start, but
he's fine. He'll be fine.
I don't think they even need him. So
no, you're right. Yeah. You're probably right. They don't.
No, I'm with you on this. On being down for the. I think that losing Game 1, that was terrible.
Red October. It's like, shut up. There's no Red October. Like, just stop.
Is that a thing that people say?
Oh,
like a slogan
it's
or something?
the thing. Yeah, it's the thing. Everyone in Philadelphia calls it Red October because the Phillies are red and it's blue. It's like, just shut up, dude.
All right, let's talk the Eagles.
Top of the order sucks.
Can I just say something before we talk about the Eagles, actually?
Sure.
I just want you to acknowledge something before you get into it. Because I know this is very true. If the Phillies didn't make the playoffs, say they were terrible, you would be upset by this loss, but you'd be like, they're 4-1, they're coming off a Super Bowl. I can't really be angry. You might feel yourself getting mad or frustrated, but you'd have to reminding yourself. I told myself I wouldn't do this. Like, they just won the Super Bowl, they're 4-1.
So I would say probably, but if we're ready to just fully switch gears to the Eagles, then yeah.
Do you not want to? Do anything more in the Phillies?
No, I mean, not really. Do you? I mean, ask me questions. No. I guess Okay.
No, I don't want to get into all the details you said, because while the details, some of them are ridiculous, it doesn't matter, because I agree with the overall point, and me combating some of the details isn't going to make you feel better. It's going to make you feel worse. So there's no point.
Whatever. Yeah.
Let's talk Eagles.
Make it quick. All right. So yeah, to answer your question, I would probably be able to shake this one off a little bit more, but the two games were like kind of eerily similar, where they had leads and they gagged the leads away. But again, like in the Phillies case, they're outclassed, they're outmatched by the Dodgers, and so be it. But this Eagles game was just absolutely pathetic. I don't know what else to say. They were awful. Like, they can't do anything well on offense. They can't run the ball. They ran the ball 9 times today. Technically 11, but 2 of them were Hurts scrambles. So they called 9 running plays today. By the way, the Broncos, I don't think they're very good, but their pass defense is good. So it's like, yeah, just do the thing that they're good at. Yeah, like, just do that all day. That's a great idea. And I thought that, like, they can't put together 2 good halves. Like, they just can't do it. This week, they were pretty good in the first half. They came out firing. They got the ball to start the second half, and they scored. That was great. And then they just forget how to play football. So it's like, I don't even... It shouldn't be a lot to add. It shouldn't be asking too much for the team that has a roster this good to say, okay, you just had a really good half? Okay, like, do another really good half, or not. Even if that's too much to ask for, like, don't have the worst half you've ever seen in your life every single time, because that's what happens. They had a total before their last, garbage drive with a minute left and no timeouts. They had so they scored to come out the half. Then they had 4 possessions, like all 3 and outs, and they netted like 3 yards on these possessions. So they scored to go up 17-3. They then had a total of 3 yards before they got the ball with a minute left to go and no timeouts, where it was obviously in miracle stage at that point. And it's like, what do they do well? Like, what do they do well? They don't run the ball well. They don't pass the ball well. I don't know what they do well. Their O-line sucks right now. It's pathetic. I mean, the Broncos. I mean, get out of here, dude. Oh, people are saying, oh, the Broncos defense is pretty good. It's like, no, it's not. It's like, what are they? Are they the 2000 Ravens? Like, no, they're the Broncos. They have Surtain, and he's good. But, like, everyone else is fine. Everyone else is just average. So, yeah, they suck today. And they've sucked for, like, the past few weeks. And they've gotten lucky enough to get some wins under the belt, which is great. But, like, today, all the stuff that they were winning in spite of, it all came back to bite them in the ass today. And they should be embarrassed. And they lost at home. They were up 2 scores in the fourth quarter, and they gave up 18 points. They got sacked 6 times. They had 8 penalties, several of which were like drive sustaining or drive killing, depending on who had the ball. And yeah, they suck. Like, they should be embarrassed. And like, I'm now at the point where, I've been saying all season up to this point, just get some wins. Don't really care how it looks. Now we're at the point where you should start to look like a football team, and they just don't. So, like, I now need to see them go play the Giants and, like, obliterate them on Thursday, or else, like, I will not be happy. So that's where I'm at. They were an embarrassment today. They were totally pathetic, and they should all be ashamed of themselves. And Patullo, I mean, this guy is the worst dude, he's the worst offensive coordinator like I've ever seen.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask you about
9 run plays today. No, hold on. He called 9 run plays today. 9. He has Saquon Barkley, and he has Jalen Hurts. Call a design run for him. Like, they dropped back 40 times against the best pass defense in the league. Like, what are you doing? What do you do? This is like on par. Like, this is what I mean. Like, with the coaching was a disaster for both the Phillies and the Eagles, because it's like, what's the thought process? What was the thought process to bring Robertson back in? What's the thought process to drop back 40 times with a struggling passing game? Like, why? They couldn't, dude. They were up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and throwing the ball. It's like, last year they played the Steelers. They had a 10.5-minute drive to kill that game. They got the ball with 10 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. They never gave the ball back to Pittsburgh. Like, where is that? Like, where is that? They were so good. They've been so good over the past couple of years at icing the clock. And like, obviously that Pittsburgh example is really extreme, but like, they've been great in the 4-minute drill all year. And now they get 3 yards over the course of 4 drives, and they don't look like they don't know what they're doing. So at some point, like, this stuff is going to come back to bite you. And here's the thing. Last thing I'll say, and then I'll let you go.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking, oh, the refs really hosed the Eagles. It's like, nobody talk about the refs. Like, don't want to hear it. Point blank, period. Like, but they shouldn't, because
I agree.
It's the Broncos. Like, you're at home with a 2-touchdown lead to Bo Nix and the Broncos and a bunch of, like, super average players on offense. And, like, you got to win that game. Like, you just got to win that game. And you have to look like you have played football at some point in your lives, because that second half was a joke.
But you're not out on them though. This isn't like the Bucks game last year where you're out in the season.
I don't know.
Season's over.
So I definitely don't feel good about them. I mean, the Cowboys are going to win, or the Cowboys won today. The Commanders won today. So, yeah, I think it's like really not good. And I think their schedule is brutal, and they need to figure it out, or else they're not going to win the division. And they're not going to do shit in the playoffs. So they got to figure it out. This is a really bad day. Bad day for the Eagles. And I don't really know what else to say. They were awful.
Let me ask you about the play calling, because I know you talked about the numbers
Horrible.
when they drop back. This is from Next Gen Stats. Jalen Hurts attempted 9 deep passes, which is 20 plus 8 yards. That's the second most of his career. What do you make of that?
I don't know. That they were trying to force the passing game to get going a little bit. Maybe that's
people were complaining. That was part of the complaint, was that they were being too conservative. Even you complained that they were being too conservative on offense. So then they went the complete opposite way. Instead of opening it up a little bit, they just went in the complete opposite direction and said, let's just keep throwing the ball down the field.
So that's the thing, right? So that's probably what a 9-year-old playing Madden would do. Hey, you're running it too much. All right, let me just keep hitting X. And sending my guys deep. Okay, yeah, sure, be more aggressive, but maybe some gray area, maybe some middle ground. Don't you still have to run the football sometimes. Oh, and by the way, this team is built off of running the football because they have a giant O-line and they have a good. Listen, maybe the running back's not good anymore. Maybe he got, maybe Saquon had too many touches last year and his body is worn, and I don't know, but what other reason do you have for calling 9 running plays?
It's odd, for sure.
With Saquon Barkley again against a great passing defense. Why? What are you doing? You are stupid. You are. I know it's ridiculous.
Maybe he's listening to the noise too much, which is stupid.
This guy needs to get fired, dude. This guy is Brian Johnson 2.0. These are the 2023.
So you would be on board
Eagles.
Firing Kevin Matullo tomorrow?
I don't know. I mean, at this point, no. But at the end of the season,
Why
yes.
Not? Oh, so you don't want to make a change now, but after the season?
Yeah, because I think, at this point, they are 4-1, and I think that they're going to win. Yeah, listen, I said when we did our preseason predictions that I think they would win 11 games, and it's because they had a really hard schedule, but of that hard schedule, I certainly didn't think they would lose this game, and I don't want to hear, what I don't want to hear is that the Broncos are good, because they're not. So this is when you got to win. You're at home.
I won't tell you the Broncos are good.
Listen, if this was in Denver, okay, whatever. But dude, they came out lethargic today. The offense came out very lethargic, and I said Bader and Kirkering were the only guys in the Phillies that showed up. Who showed up for the Eagles today? Quinyon Mitchell had a good first half, and Devontae
I was going
Smith.
to ask you about him.
Everyone else was awful.
I was going to ask you about Quinyon Mitchell. It's kind of fun that you just said that you thought he had a good first half, because I don't know. Against Courtland Sutton, he was matched up against him.
Courtland Sutton sucks, dude. I mean, honestly, that is
hold on a second.
For
you're saying he sucks, so then
he does.
But Sutton caught 6 of 8 targets for 81 yards with Mitchell.
Yeah, bad second half for everybody, Quinyon Mitchell included.
And you're saying that was mostly in the second half? Oh yeah, 3 catches and 64 yards in the fourth quarter.
Bingo. There you go. And I heard some of the comments. Oh yeah, they made some tough contested catches. Shut up. It's Cortland Sutton, dude.
Why
What
do
are
you
we
think
doing?
Cortland Sutton's not good? Cortland Sutton's a good
Oh,
receiver.
he's
I don't.
fine. No, he's not. He's a guy. He's just a guy. He's not bad. He's not good. He's just a guy who
All right.
lines up and sometimes he catches the ball.
He's clearly better than that. I mean, but whatever.
No,
We don't need to disagree. We don't need to argue about Cortland
he's
Sutton.
a top 30 receiver in the NFL. Okay, I'll give it to you. Like not.
Yeah, he
it's
probably
nobody.
is.
He's not someone that should. That's not good. Is what I'm saying. I'm making a joke.
I mean, that's good.
It's not.
That's good. Okay. I mean, that's good. I don't know how you define good. I mean, I guess this is, but
good is someone who is like scary to go up against, not a guy who can catch the ball.
We're talking like 160 receivers on our 100 whatever active receivers, and you're saying top 30 is not good. Well, I don't know what's good. Top 20? I don't know. But scary, like that means great to me. Like if someone's scary to go against, then they're better than good. It doesn't. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, it sucked. I mean, it sucked, dude. I'm telling you, I'm like totally fuming after the past 24 hours. And what did you say? I mean, I don't know how much of the game you watched, but it was awful. I mean, it was a joke.
So what I've been doing is I've been watching what's it called? So on NFL Plus, they have the I don't even why can't I think of the term? Like the quick shortened the
condensed
you see
game.
Why can't I think of the word condensed? They have the condensed game. So I've been watching for the Eagles on Monday mornings. I've been watching the Eagles condensed game, so I see every play. I don't see all the in between plays and all the other stuff. But because we're recording this Sunday night, I haven't seen it yet. So I was following the game on Red Zone only. So I do not have a good feel for what happened in the game. I looked up some stats and stuff, but we'll have to talk about that off pod because I have to watch the condensed game tomorrow. I
just gave you everything you need to know. So,
well, I'm still gonna watch it.
Yeah.
So you're very upset.
I'm angry.
We're both very upset.
I'm very upset, and
you're happy
I
that
just
you're
want
happy.
to go to sleep.
If the Yankees won, and I was happy, that'd be worse for you. You probably wouldn't have shown up for this.
I would have showed up. I definitely would have showed up.
But you would have been more upset. Could you be more upset?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because the Eagles are still 4-1. At least
the Giants, if the Giants and the Yankees won, then I would be a lot more upset.
Oh man, then there might be a hole in that wall behind you.
No. But dude, I wanted to. I didn't, but like, I definitely wanted to like throw stuff today, but I didn't.
Good job.
Thank you.
Great mental discipline.
Thank you. Showing restraint.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't want to like do any sports or watch anything. Fantasy football also sucks. Like, I just like don't want to watch. I'd rather watch a movie. Or some Curb Your Enthusiasm or something.
You should. Dude, can we have some perspective here, though? They're 4-1. They're coming off a Super Bowl championship.
Here the Eagles goes.
And the Phillies are in the NLDS. Like, I'm upset too, but I do still acknowledge I'm upset that the Yankees are down 2-0 in the ALDS. Like, you know how many teams don't make the playoffs?
Well, you wouldn't. I'm happy to have, but yeah, you wouldn't know what it's like for your team to not make the playoffs. Here's the thing. So also, like, a lot of this has to do with just like the way that they lost. So like, if like the Eagles would just lose a normal game, like, all right, whatever.
But why does that matter? But like, why does it matter how they lost? Because like fast forward 10 weeks from now, how they lost this game means nothing.
There's a point, right? But there's a point where they should have won. And you're right. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't. But in the way that you feel as a fan,
no, I get it. You're right. I understand. Worse. So it's kind of like what I was saying about how the Jets
and the fact that
it feels worse
both
to
of
me
their teams did that. Like,
I get it. No, I get it. You're right. I understand. I was saying that. Listen, yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, if both of them just lost in a normal way, like if the Phillies just lost 7-5, and it was like it's like, all right, well, you lost to the better team, that's okay. But instead they had to blow the lead, and they had to put Robertson out there, and then they had to put Strahm out there, and it's like stupid. Everything was dumb. Everything is dumb. right now. So
everything is dumb.
Yep.
All right. Well, everyone, everything is dumb.
Everything
New York
is dumb.
and Philly sports are in turmoil. We're down. But hey, hope you like the pod.
Hey, the Knicks beat the Sixers a couple days ago.
In preseason. Yeah, Josh Hart got hurt.
In Abu Dhabi. Did he?
Yeah.
Edgecombe.
That's not good.
Edgecombe is he's our savior right now, man. How pathetic
Good
is
luck
that?
with that.
Yeah.
That's pathetic.
That sucks. Yeah.
All right, everyone, be down with us, but subscribe.
Misery loves company.
If you subscribe to the pod, System might get a little happy.
Commiserate with us. Let it out.
Everyone, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Sports and culture all in one. Catch the fire, feel the fun. Andrew, Sis, that glad unite. Philly and Y in the spotlight.